Hang on. That looks like wrong. Denizens of the grid. Welcome back to another run of Deckers. It looks like we're good on Twitch, but I'm not seeing it on YouTube. Uh, is there an issue? Can't tell. Oh, there we go. Live. Denizens of the grid. Welcome to another run of Deckers, what is rapidly becoming one of my favorite board games. Certainly that I've played in quite some time. Mary's Pandemic, Mage Knight, and Spirit Island. Definitely more Spirit Island than Pandemic, if I'm being honest. Here we are. I have beaten these three AI as SMCs quite a bit. I have not crossed over to fighting the level 3s and 4s yet, though I intend to at some point. But it's evening enough now that I kind of want to go with something not too easy, not too hard, but just right. So I'm going to try my hand at getting Glom'd. Rules: do not roll the black die during spawn. Instead, so we pick a server. It said each spark will spawn on the face of the rolled server with the fewest greens, and if tied, the lowest number. So it's frequently going to go, if I roll red, it'll go straight to 1, unless there's a green on one. Best MC attack step. Green cannot be removed by any means. Best MC attack step. Green cannot be removed by any means. Wait. Oh, SMC attack step, not during sparks and stuff. Oh, SMC attack step, not during sparks and stuff. So we can definitely still get removed, just not by fighting. The green's kind of invincible. That is pretty cool. We use that to manipulate where sparks spawn. All right, that's our enemy. Doing the 6th. Phase 3, we're doing the 6th. Phase 3, we're doing the 6th. 5, 6, 6. See what that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh my God. 404 and Hackman. This is almost the teaching scenario. Almost. Well, I shouldn't say teaching. The intro scenario. Hackman could be really weird in this game. 404. Space 4 on each decker's home server must be clear of all sparks and big sparks. During ban phase, anytime a spark would go to 6, instead put it on 4. Reward: place greens on each space 4 of every server. So we get lots of green. Goal: have at least 1 red on the following number of open spaces. 5. Cool. We got to make sure our grid has easy access 5. Okay. There's a spark on each space without red, in red or yellow. So knowing that, we probably want red server to be accessible so that we can put reds in it. We probably want red for offensive purposes to get rid of all the nastiness in our home base. This can't be destroyed in the SMC attack phase. If I do go green, this might prove extremely difficult. Because not only do I need to make all the reds, but I need to get them mobilized all over the place. This is kind of a nothing burger. It does spread my greens around. Well, for now, we'll go ahead and set these over here with the most pressing goal up. All right, server construction. Shuffle these up good and proper. I'm still not quite sanguine about what I need to be doing to secure the win here. Let me take another look at this Glom'd fellow. Even numbered open spaces, and whatever color I am should have good access to paint, I would say. Prevent the glomming. All right, even spaces on the open network. So quite a few. But closed or open? Open spaces. Okay. Blue, what could be here? With the red, like, nope, the red is not allowed to do that here. This is workable, but I gotta ask, would we play red instead? Because it is, the more I think about this, the more I realize having an army might make a big difference here. Green, yellow. Well, let's decide what I would want the board to look like and then backfit how we built it. I would want an extremely connected red with fingers in just about every pie. There's quite a bit of open on this, including here. Oh, wait, that's a 4. That's the, oh, these two. These 3, 7, 8, 9-ish extra sparks, plus 4 more, 13 sparks used up at the start of the game. I don't like it, but I don't have a lot of options. So here's what we're going to do next. We're going to go, I do think that we are playing red here, so 0 or the lowest. So if I'm standing, I'm not going to want to spend all my time on 1 and 2 here. So that's not necessarily going to be a constant trick. But I might honestly just take the simple +1 version of the potion rather than the more fancy I reposition sparks by standing still. Although, when I get to endgame and I'm spawning multiple sparks, that technique might be enough to keep me going. And again, losing by 1 is so painful. Mine's made up going this way. All right, we're just about ready to be set up for going. Let's go ahead and drop our sparks on every open even square. And then every square left over in pink. I really feel like I analyzed for a long time and then just YOLO'd it, so we'll see. Glom is not a trivial opponent for me. I know. Let's set up the market. Crash the economy here. Marked. Oh, these don't need these anymore. Playing them, so I don't need them out here. I am playing alt. All right, let's see here. Remove 2 of any color from your space to place 1 of any color. That's amazing. I can buy that early, use that to make an installation or something. That could be really good. The rest of this looks pretty meh at best. Relocate from anywhere on the grid outside your space. Maybe. Okay, so we've got our starting setup, our starting position. We've got 1, 2, 3. I mean, think about it. I'm going to get a bunch of green for free, and then I'm going to get a bunch more green scattered around for free. No, the plan I provide, I'm not going to rebuild the whole grid. It's fine. Where do I want to ghost? I feel like this might be okay. If I can find a way to get there, and that is a big if, being able to ghost through this server, not put a spark on, right? If I do this, have I already just won? Because, let's read it again. Phase 4 on each decker's home server must be clear of all sparks and big greens. Okay, that's fine. And Glom's rule is sparks will spawn on the space of the role server with the fewest green. So on this server, that's always going to be 1, 2, 3, and 5. And of those, it's always going to be 1. Then 1. So maybe I want this to be here. So it's 1, 1, shift, 2, or 2, shift, 3, 3, or something like that. Maybe. Maybe I want that for a different server. I'm probably going to spend my time down here fighting by the time all said and done. So I'd rather they spawn here and I'll fight them here. but they already have an extra. Okay, preparing the first turn. Glom is a 1 Sparker copper. Let me double check to make sure you can see this. Oh, you guys have exactly as we wanted. No-brainers include get rid of this to buy Catalyst. Comes back. Let's go with. I'm looking at this and I really want it. The ability to make centers is a big deal. But I'm looking at my hand, just not in the cards. Still pardon the pun. These red made my ghosting station. And converted these into something or something. I don't know. My brain is faltering. If I don't rotate the market, though, it's going to stagnate, and that's not ideal either. That's a safe bet, especially with the interrupt available. You know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So this is 1 yellow, and we will get rid of this because the likelihood of needing an alternative yellow is less than using my shift. I'll put that up here, I guess. All of that to buy this. Then I will take the execute action to remove 2 of any color. Don't need this much green. 1 is enough to put down a station. The station I'm going to choose is actually. Oh, you know what? 1 and 1 is fine. Oh, but the station I choose is going to be a red station because I do want to be ready to fight early. And I'll go ahead and spend this red right away to hit another red program at the ready. This was probably not the perfect turn, but it gets the job done. Flip 2 cards. Market is utterly trash. Okay, works. Just 1, please. Oh, it's red. That was very untimely. Skips here, goes to here, and first Guardian. We glommed up fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards that I should have already had. So this potentially. Flip any chit to its opposite side. Do I need greens to turn into blues or reds to turn into yellows? Not really. So board is pretty meh. This does become useful in the last phase because we are up against whites. Dacious. I don't know if I like this plan very much. That's the better plan. I do need to get rid of that Guardian. The other plan would be move carrying my programs this way, build a ghosting tower, create the maximum number of reds, move them into position down here, and then fight. And even if I lose, I've still made a lot of progress on my production. But I am taking a grave risk because if I roll here, then make the extra red, and walk the reds into position, and then declare an attack, that's probably the same difficulty or better. So, yeah. I don't know if it's a good spot or not, to be honest. But it seems okay. It's centrally low burn pile. Yeah, I am. I hate this wasn't burned. And this should not have been burned. All right, we got a problem. I gotta sort out how bad this is. Might be unrecoverable. Oh, sorry. One, two, three, four, five cards coming. My hand right now is one, two, three. Single green was the push and double move, 4, 5. Which means any advanced cards in here belong in my discard, not in my burn pile. So that should yellow isn't that much more valuable, so I'll use it for its purchase power. And who knows, the day may come where melting down my own station is possibly the most valuable thing if I need to keep Glom out of somewhere. But yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll use this green symbol as use the wild card as a green symbol to make this into a ghosting tower. And then we will make a handful more reds. I'm not sure where I messed up my sequencing because I really thought I had. Oh, actually, instead of making 2 more reds, we'll earlier move all sparks one by one from the lowest number space that has any excluding space 6, one space numerically upwards. Yeah, I did miss that. This wouldn't have formed. Well, I'm not going to go back and make it easier on myself, but I am going to remember that going forward because, God, that would have been easier. All right, we've got our shop. Is that visible? No, I think that went off camera. There you go. You know, you guys can see it. This is amazing. Relocate any number of sparks on your current server to any space on the network without the Guardian. Pretty powerful ability. We'll draw our last 5. Reflect again on the... I like to make more green, but only because I feel like I should, not because I have to. Having a second ghosting tower when it's Hackman time could be very helpful. Maybe. I don't know. What I do know is I have in front of me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which even just because of its colors, 3 wild is good. Both to lose the best red and the best green I have in my deck. I think, though, it's okay. We're going to lose the red because shift is very valuable. And double shift gives me that in spades. And I have other attack up. We'll fight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 7 versus 4 is good odds. Do I want to invest to get even better odds, or do I want to accept the risk? This is the last turn, so it's not like... Where's my dice? 2 red commands, plus 3 is 5, plus adjacency is 6 versus 4. Not bad odds, but it's not great odds either. Oh, there we go. 6 versus 3, so that's 12 versus 7. Guardian is down. You know what? I like the idea. Let's try it. So we're going to use the Pied Piper to move off my server. Not far. And then we are going to relocate any number of sparks on your current server to any spaces on the network that don't have... It would have been here. It would have been here, and it would have been up here. It would have been number 2. So we'll add that to my hand right now, since we're handling it. No change in game plan. Pretty sure I forgot. We're going to do this, 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 this. Okay. And then, of course, we'll... Oh, we can't do this yet. Okay, before we left the tower, make a spark over here, and then do everything else, just like I said. So, end stage. And the advantage of doing it this way is when the Glom'd effect happens now, smalls go up where I wanted it. All right, let's see what she's bought, boys. Space 4 on each decker. Oh, first, SMC attack. for the end of turn. So we'll start with this one. 1, 2, 3 versus 2. That's not good for us. Hang on. Base 4 on each decker's home deck must be clear of bad things. It is. Wait. Anytime a spark would enter a space 6, it is instead placed on space 4 of the same server. Christ. Okay, well, yeah, then no, we're not going to put, obviously, those on the space that we would lose the game if they're on. We'll put those, we already maxed this out, so we'll just say we put them over here. I'm not willing to bogey that hole because realistically, I would not make that mistake. Next, place a green on every space 4. Good enough for me. On every server. Very happy to do that. Now, spark movements. Green goes up, green goes up. So 4 becomes 5. 5 becomes 6. Blue goes up, blue goes up. So 2 goes to 3, 2 goes to 4. We have succeeded in one objective. The next objective, have at least one red on the following number of open spaces. 5. That's it. And the reward or failure, spark on each space without red on yellow or red. So if I can fill the server with reds, I'm doing myself a big favor. I'm setting up for the Hackman. If I can also build more installations and more ability to fight Hackman, that would help too. Why is there a spark on my square? Oh no, guys, at this point I must have screwed up something. I'm not sure why there's a spark on me. Alright. 14, so we're about where we started. They've glommed up pretty good on all the 5s. Also, not sure how this got here, but hopefully it was through the movement of sparks as opposed to some kind of... It should have become as purple. Blue and purple. All right. Let's make it happen, Captain. Okay, the market. I need the console cowboy. That's my best bet for killing Hackman. Just, ghost and kill their installation down the road. Maybe. I think what we do is... So many possibilities. So, if I buy the read request interface and dig through my deck, trying to find an efficient way to move, I'm not going to find one. If I double push these here, move here, and then spend the exotic software to turn it into yet another green, that's great, but I'm not buying the cowboy. I think the cowboy is necessary because I don't have a strong battle plan otherwise. We'll plan to buy the cowboy, and we'll also try to get a worse card for it. So we're going to spend data scan, burn, get read required, read interrupt, use read request interrupt, plus this double attack that I don't really think I'm going to need that much this turn. Double shift that I may or may not need this turn. Keep the interrupting red. Actually, keep the double red. I can always full stack if I can get to that square. So these 3, bury them, and remember which ones they are. I will put the green maker in the bottom, and then draw 3 cards back. Yeah, I haven't spent any cards. 3 cards back. That's just worse in every way. It's a good thing we know what we're getting so we can get rid of it. Um, yeah, I think we know what we're doing here. We're gonna spend exotic software plus a bypass. Yeah, or red. Could go either way. If I have these three, I can make another green. If I make another green, then I'm pretty close to being able to make that second Hackman station. Right. Yeah, so we're going to spend these on a console cowboy. You'll notice I only need to spend these, but if I spend this one also, I can purge this and just keep this in my discard, which good. What card am I missing from my discard now? Did I put something here I shouldn't have? I buried 3 cards and I drew back 5. I spent this and this. No, I spent these 2. I bought the console cowboy. That's what I'm missing. Perfect. Okay, there we go. Oh. Well, that means I have the console cowboy. I can use it. Right there. I don't have any movement. Not unless I waste a lot of stuff to make a wild. But maybe I don't care. If I make a green... If I push this thing out of the way... If I spend all of this just to get the wild card I need to go down a space, and then I use that position to wipe out the Pac-Man will always come to my location. See, I'm already thinking in terms of the next phase, because this phase I think I've licked. If I stand here or here, and Hackman pounces on me and kicks me out, and I find boat. No, boat won't get me here. I'm going to need lots of movement to get here. I'm going to need Ghost and Power to put sparks on him. Or just Console Cowboy. Hold Console Cowboy in reserve and mobility. So mobility is very valuable. So I want to maintain mobility more than shifts this game. That's the bottom line. Wait, why? So that once I'm knocked around by Hackman, I can still get back to where I need to be. What happens if... No, you can't move Guardians, never mind. If I'm standing on a Guardian and a Hackman drops on top of me, does it blow up the other Guardian? I think it would, because a Guardian hitting a Guardian blows up everything in that square, including me. If it blows me up, damn. Hackman's very interesting. Because you can't have 2 Guardians on the same square. So you blow up the other one. Okay, back to the game at hand. Yeah, we make it to work. All right, we're gonna use... three of these, move here. We're gonna use 2 of these to red up. And then we're gonna do nothing, and here's why. Long was gonna move those to 6, so we've got the kill box set up already. So we're just gonna hold this in reserve, let the Glom'd effect happen on my current active server, and refresh the market. Now it's time to get sparked. We're getting sparked on Self server and green server. Okay. Self server, green server. Oh yeah, thicken the plot. We get 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left in the deck, so we have not matched wrong. Let's see if this is all visible to you guys or if I need to spread it out better. I think you guys can see most of these cards. So now we're getting our power cards. That's good. Double yellow gets me a guaranteed removal of a spark. Single green gets me upgraded uploads. That's really good. My hand is decently offensive. We'll start by taking diversion and using it to buy this bad boy. This is not the purge pile, sorry. This is the purge pile. Then I could buy this, but that's not a good card. So yeah, we'll use Deception Spike. We can use it on anywhere, so we'll use it on here. And make you into a yellow. We're gonna ghost an action to do this. Because our criteria is 5 on open spaces, so 2 more movement ought to do it if we go that direction. We'll definitely go on the warpath with this can, so attack for 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't even know if we have to roll it. Yeah, 15 to 7. Game over, Bell. But still managed to keep those counts where we need them. Now, what do we do? Plenty of options. I'm just trying to think the right one. I feel like there's a large movement option that's going to be quite good. If we, for example, took this, actually, if I buy that and I do that, that's 1, 2, and then we're just short. Yeah, it's not enough. I do this as movement, goes to here, pick these up and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the open spaces. And as long as Glom'd doesn't roll specifically 1, he's relatively safe. Specifically red. Alternatively, I can go another direction and be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah, shifts are a better way to do that. Ha ha ha. If we goes to here, pick all these up and go 1, 2, 3, 4, we're essentially declaring war on half the board. Even if we win just a handful of those fights, definitely debulk sparks pretty good. Then we put 2 more new sparks here, use a movement to put one of them down there eventually, and now we're looking at a ridge. How does that help when Hackman comes? It doesn't. Not really. We're all in on the console cowboy plan for Hackman, so let's not worry too much. What we do need to do is we're gonna make this trade. Great trade. I like the double shift way better than stop. Jammed a card. I like the double shift way more than I like the single wild. Yeah. With that double shift, I can potentially get nothing. I can do this and this, and is set up for the future of a green hub. I could do something like this with a double push. Oh no, I don't. I can't get to that square. I can. I can ghost into here and push that, and then I can push it again. Depending on the other. What am I drawing on my last hand? Decent stuff, but not the best. The ability to place a lot of green programs, though, so that might be good enough. I think we hold on to the console cowboy one more turn. In the interim, we could make a guardian over here by pushing that all the way over, and then trying to deal with that guardian could be a new problem. But why would we go out of our way to create these problems? I have no idea. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do, so I guess I am. Well, I'm going to take all of these and make one new program. And that one new program I'm going to make is red. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm ghosting the creation action to this square. So I'm getting closer to my final objective. Spawn two, draw my cards, refresh the market, and spawn two sparks. Oh wait, Glom first, but there's nothing to Glom in this server because completely clean. All right, spawn two sparks. 1 yellow, 2 green. So yellow and green. Not a happy look. All right. Well, first things first. Have we beaten challenge? We're very close. We need one more open space red, and then we're there. Second, when the challenge is beaten, and we go to the next phase, he immediately drops on top of me. So don't be standing on a station when that happens. And don't even be in your server necessarily. So one consideration could be spend 2 actions to move here. Remove a spark. All right, I need to explain what I'm thinking. So I need to get one more spark on the border, right? That's like, oh, sorry, one more red on the border. That's all I need to do to win this. But if I also get reds here, I completely nullify the negative effect here. I can get reds here very easily with a combination of moving around, so goes to here, 1, 2, or push 1, 2. So that's fine. But then what? How do I go on to win things? Um, I also am tempted to try and actually spend my movement to get here, relocate things everywhere, relocate these guys to here, and then take them out. But let's be objective. I have 11 sparks. I'm not going to make any more this round. I'm going to make 6 more across the course of the entire game. So it's okay not to get more sparks right now. I do think that I'm going to get rid of Catalyst in favor of a double red symbol and the ability to just straight remove a neighbor. Uh, would remove the neighbor right now, but they're invincible thanks to Glom's weakness. Uh, uh, it put ghost my action to here and remove a neighbor. That's an option. If only I could ghost into that server, that'd be great. If I use all of my movement up to get here, and then console cowboy kill it, microbionic stuff back, kill that. I mean, yeah, these are greedy plays, but they're not going to solve the problem of fill me up with sparks. What if use the pushers to go push, make a guardian, then it doesn't help. It doesn't help. Paladin isn't just to win, it's to win optimally. I can still purge this to buy this, ghost my action to here, play it, make a whole bunch of greens across here or something, and then use those greens to, I will be out of green commands by then. Use those greens to glom. No, just leaves the greens there. He can't glom if there's a green on him. If I put a green on 1, he'll spawn on 2 and 3. So the explosion threat goes way, way, way down. Uh, when a guardian enters a space, is it the same as when a spark enters a space with a guardian? I'm not sure. I'm going to check the rulebook on this one. It's a tough call for me to be certain of. I'll look at Hackman addendum first, and then we'll go from there. Hacker's Palace. Information to Hackman. It removes all other pieces upon entering the Decker's active space, and the active Decker is relocated to a ramp space. All black. But yeah, exactly. So I can kill sparks by standing on them and letting Hackman do the dirty work. I say it that way. It seems almost silly not to take advantage of it. So we use the double move to get these distributed. We use the microbionics. No, we don't have enough. I know there's a solution to this puzzle, but my brain is turning into jelly. I'm not going to be able to solve it. That sucks. My deep fear is that we have very little in the way of ghosting power. I have exactly one place that I can get to. I need to move there. I don't have a teleporter. I don't have a blue road. Once I'm there, I need to have Hackman be there. So I need to stand here, 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 and here. Then Hackman stays inside red. Then once I'm relocated, I need to get back. And I need another movement to get to the place where I can administer the console cowboy kill shot. A lot of if coming off this plan, and it doesn't smell good. Uh, We're not worried about sparks because next cycle we're going to make 6 of them. Even allowing for a couple glommings but no explosions will be okay. So now that I've decided that, what's wrong with move, 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 no microbionics, carry these with me, open fire, win. I leave these behind, that's why. Double push, uh, move to the... Oh, also, I don't want to do that. I want Hackman to come here. I mean, granted, it's low odds, but I need to try to make good on those odds, right? All right. All right. Here's where it's gonna be. Step one, ghost my action to here. Grab all 3 pieces and do this. We're gonna bet our game on the fact that we're not gonna lose 3 die rolls in a row. That's a reasonable guess. But just to be sure, uh ghost my action to here, remove an adjacent. With odds like that, he should be fine. Then, ghosting my action, 3 more sparks. I'm sorry, 3 more reds. Plenty of offensive capability. This is not blue. I need red. Ew. Double push. That should be enough to get, yep, a red on every square. Me personally, actually, do we want... When he comes in, he's gonna kill everything on the square he comes to. Yeah, well, that's inevitable, bro. Get over it. What if I use Console Cowboy to pick this up and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I move off of it just to here? Or here. Oh, that's thick. Doing it now. So, Console Cowboy, 4 movements, please. 1, pick up green. 2, pick up green. 3, 4. Then we'll take a step in this direction. And that will end my turn. At end of turn, Glom'd happens, of course. But more importantly, time for a Hackman. We're gonna get rayon yellow. The Hackman cometh. Further, all guardians have been upgraded to white guardians right now, so that's even nastier. This gets wiped out. Oh, we forgot the SMC attack phase. I'm so sorry. I forgot to do the goal. Yeah, we've got to do everything else. So let's refresh the market. Inevitable, so I'll just do it now. There is a biggie here. Reveal to carry out execute text. Very good. That can help me a lot against Pac-Man. On your turn, either remove a virus or replace a white with a... Oh, we have another. We have Reset Spark. But we have another way to kill the Hackman. And it's in the shop. Okay. I feel a lot more hopeful now. Mobility is still the biggest challenge, though. We have to do cannot die because I'm green. Nothing, 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 nothing. Fight. That's 4, 5 versus 7. Simple win. He's managed to keep the virus count very tame. That's great. But let's see what happens when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 open spaces covered in reds. Place a spark on each space without red on either yellow or red. Red will do. None. Ah! Our next. Pink goes up. So 2 goes to 3. Yellow goes down. 4 goes to 3. Red goes down. There are none. Green goes up. 6 goes to 1. Oh, I thought you'd never ask. All right. That's a pretty good success. Last, the Hackman cometh. Rules deck. Remove Hackman. Get back to start step. During each start step, the Hackman is relocated directly to the active decker's space. So, start of turn or when? Start of turn is before spawn rules. So, start of turn happens and beep, 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 enter. I cannot coexist with him, so I am immediately flung to 4 yellow. The hell of a push. Draw 5, and let the games begin. I have 3 turns to kill Hackman and return home with very few mobility options. But I think I might have just gotten the ones I needed. I have all of this, which is enough to buy that. I have the boat, which is enough to get here. I have a green command, which is enough to turn it into a hack palace. Oh, but I don't need that. I need that. Oh, we forgot to spawn sparks. Spawn sparks, spawn sparks. 2 sparks, please. But white sparks. The nasty kind. Self-server and yellow server. So, self-server, yellow server. Second guardian, or whatever they're called. That's quite bad for me. Let's not be on this server anymore. I don't want this to get nasty. Yeah, I'm fairly sure this plan works, so we're just gonna go ahead and do it. Step 1. Fly, fly, my pretty, with the boat. You know, it's funny. I bought all these tools for exactly these purposes because I knew that I was working on Hackman. Upgrade to an installation or a ghosting palace. Step 3. Find a way to generate 3 reds. This will generate exactly 3 reds, right? Yep, and it doesn't matter what I purge because I'm never getting back to this deck again. So we'll make the reset spark. Step 4, ghost your action into the space with Hackman, and on your space, either remove all white blacks or replace 1 white black with a spark of the same color. Hackman is no more. And even better, remove a yellow from your space. If you do, you can place the yellow there. I gotta get rid of that. I'm kind of tempted to be honest. While I'm here, the glomming effect will result in these guys glomming up, which isn't a big deal. Um, it's probably more beneficial to hold this in reserve. I don't lack for available sparks. The only mission I have now is to get back to my throwing square of 6 and to not lose the game in the process. The biggest issue would be if we keep rolling yellow so that that server explodes and explodes and explodes. It would take 1 explosion, 2 explosions, 3 explosions to lose the game. Double green would be enough to push this to here to make sure it doesn't. And I'm pretty sure that pieces can enter those spaces, just not avatars. Yes, that's correct. So long-term goals would be to do that. In the meantime,